School District. I thank you for your patience. We were in executive session and ran over. At this point, I would like to call the meeting to order. Would you join me in pledging allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mrs. Cron, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Banis Clemens? Here. Mr. Casper?
Here.
Mrs. Cullen? Here. Mr. Kraus?
Here.
Mrs. Miller? Here. Mr. Agomo?
Here.
Mrs. Schmidt? Here. Mrs. Yardley? Here. Dr. Yarnell?
Here. Thank you. At this point, we will hear comments or questions from guests. Please give me your name and municipality. Limit your talk to 3 minutes if possible. I did not have any names on the list outside. Anyone wish to come to the microphone before we start the meeting? If not, we'll move directly into the consent calendar. Are there any items on the list of A through, well, it says A through B, but I believe it means A through D. A through D, the 4 items on the consent calendar the board members would like voted on separately. If not, yes,
I just have a question on the bills list. May I
Okay.
address that? It's just,
ask away.
okay. There's an item for Fisher's tuxedo. Why are we paying for tuxedos? Who would answer that? No one has an answer?
Take it out.
It's for $261. It's on page 1, 2, about 8 or 9 down.
I can dig it out with you, get you.
Can you put your microphone on, please?
I can go find the information for that and send it out to the board members, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do we know if it's possible that, do you have any idea if it's coming from the high school?
It doesn't say.
I know, I didn't know if Mr. Dollar might know.
I don't.
Okay. I'm just taking a guess at it, but I know that the choir in the high school, the boys all wear tuxedos that are provided through the school, so it's possible that it's that. Because every year, they're encouraged to check and see if the tux from last year fits. So it's a possibility.
I wasn't going to hold it up. I was
No, I'm
curious.
just saying that, you know, I'm familiar with it, so I know that they do provide tuxes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Dahlberg will answer that question to the board. Are there any other issues that people would like to address before we ask for the motion? Not? Do we have a motion to approve the consent calendar? Thank you, Mrs. Smith. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Miller. Moved and seconded to approve the consent calendar as listed, items A through D. Comments or questions from board members? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. At this point, we'll move to the committee reports. The first is the curriculum committee. We did meet on December 7th, the day that'll live in infamy. We did not talk about the World War II, but we did talk about some other important issues. 2 motions tonight. The first motion has to do with the Pennridge Community Education Foundation grants that they give out typically every spring and fall. These would be the fall donations, obviously, to our teachers for amounts ranging from up to perhaps $1,000. And there are 4 tonight that we're asking to approve so that those grants can be made and given to the teachers before the second semester commences. That's why it's on tonight's agenda. So I am moving that we accept and approve the PCEF grant donations. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Perdomo. Comments or questions from board members? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. The second motion is to add the fine arts credit for material processing and wood technology courses to the program of studies. This would mean that the seniors would have the ability to, well, not just seniors, but whoever takes this course would have the ability to get fine arts credit in addition to the normal credit given. Do we have a second to that motion? Thank you. Moved and seconded to approve the fine arts credit for materials processing and wood technology courses. Comments or questions from board members? Yes, Mrs. Yardley.
Yeah, I have a comment. So it doesn't say specifically on the agenda, but so I just wanted to clarify, at the curriculum meeting, it was wood technology and advanced wood technology and material processes. So it's a total of 3 classes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify because it doesn't say
Thank you,
specifically
you're right.
on the agenda.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Mr. Andrikaitis,
Thank you very much.
hopefully that will help in your program. We'll move to the Facilities Committee. At this point, Mr. Schmidt.
Thank you, Dr. Yurnell. Facilities has one motion this evening. Underneath in that motion, there are 4 change orders, which are give me a second. The first 2, letter A and B, are in regard to change orders for Hellman Track and Field. A, B, and C, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Change orders for unused materials. And letter D is change order for Procom Roofing, Operations Building, partial roof replacement, also a change order.
Do we have a second to the motion?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Casper. Moved and seconded to approve the 4 change orders that appear on the agenda. All deducts, meaning money returned to the district from a contract, for the Hellman Field, track and field, for 3 of these, plus the Operations Building partial roof replacement. Comments or questions from board members? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Personnel, Mr. Regoma.
Thank you. There's 2 motions for the Personnel Committee. The first is a motion to approve 38 accrued vacation days for the 2013-14, 14-15 school years designated as a non-effective employer contribution to 403B tax sheltered account for Assistant Transportation Director William Rappin. Transfer of 4.75 personal sick days.
Do we have a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Schmidt. Moved and seconded to approve the additional accrued vacation days and the non-elective employer contribution. Comments or questions from board members? Not. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Mr. Regoma?
Thank you. The second motion is to approve the settlement agreement between Pennridge School District and employee number 7638.
Do we have a second to that motion? Thank you. Moved and seconded to approve the settlement agreement with an employee. Comments or questions for board members? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Mr. Cronin?
Next Personnel Committee is scheduled for January 13, 2016.
Thank you. The VOTEC Committee. Mrs. Schmidt.
There is a motion to approve the following appointment to the Upper Bucks County Technical School Committee. That is Dr. Peter Yurnell for a term of 3 years.
Do we have a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Yardley. Moved and seconded to approve Dr. Yarnell for the 3-year term at the VOTEC. Comments or questions from board members? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Mrs. Schmidt, we do have another meeting, right? It's not listed here, I apologize.
We do. It's this Thursday evening, I believe. It begins at, the regular meeting begins at 7:30 at the tech school.
Yes. I would also like to announce that Mr. Kraus will serve as the alternate at the VOTEC school for this coming school year. Hopefully, as I mentioned to you, you can attend the meeting on Thursday night. It will be the reorganization meeting at the VOTEC, as well as obviously the near end, we hope, of the construction project. So it's getting to a very crucial time because they are nearly at the end of their scheduled term. At this point, we will move to the announcements. The next regular school board meeting is scheduled for Monday, January 25th, 2016. I believe that's 6 weeks from tonight at 7 p.m. It will be in the LGI 3.3 at the high school. That's this room. There was an executive session preceding tonight's meeting for the purpose of personnel matters. At this point, comments or questions from guests? Yes. Please state your name and municipality.
Tracy McGinty, East Rock Hill. I'm representing the Pennridge Community Education Foundation this evening, and with your permission, I'd like to present our mini grant recipients with their awards.
Could you turn your
Yes, please do so. Yes, there you go.
Okay. Our first mini grant goes to Jim Rukowski, Technology Education at the high school. $600 for a ukulele bending jig, part of their really exciting guitar making program. Our next recipient, Elizabeth Kroll. Is she here today? Okay, from South Middle School for World Drumming. Our third, Margaret Bullock, second grade computer science at Grass. Thank you very much. And this is your second, third. Keep them coming. You keep asking and we'll try to provide. And last of all, from Pennridge Central Middle School, Trish Baker and Allison Roz, $500. Environmental mosaic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. McGinney, and thank you for to the Educational Foundation for these grants. I'm sure they are well worthwhile, and congratulations to Mr. Rukowski, Mrs. Frail, or Ms. Frail, Ms. Volk, Ms. Baker, and Ms. Ross. Hopefully they'll all go to good use for our students and for the school district. Anyone else wish to comment? If not, questions from the press? No? Then this meeting is adjourned. I thank you for coming. This is the last meeting of the full board for the year. We will more or less immediately move on to the Finance and Facilities Committees tonight. Thank you for coming.
You gotta keep them in line. These newbies.
Yeah.